Listen, let's buzz through this here. This is the monetary policies that have created the world's reserve currency to be in trouble. They just keep throwing it out the window. Now, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail today, mainly because the majority of us have probably already seen this, but really the history of money is very simple. If you just look at this $100 bill from 1928, that was worth 150 grams of gold at one time. Now, by 1928 has lost its buying power of 20%, which means the buying power today would be almost $5,500 or more. So every fiat paper currency has the same batting average, going to zero at some point. So here's the difference between what you know and what you may not realize yet because it's so slow. Inflation's like an ice cube. Put it on a plate, watch it melt over 30 minutes. What's left of the physical amount of ice is your buying power. The water is what inflation took away from you. So the real inflationary rate's over 11% on the world's reserve currency, not 2%. Now, here's politicians need a reality check. Every day on the world's reserve currency, which means every other paper currency is tied to this in one manner, shape, or form. $14.4 billion in new debt on the interest and unfunded liabilities on the mandatory programs. Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, unemployment, every single day. And now we have with the baby boomer era, we have over 10,000 new retirees coming onto these programs every single day. And where there used to be 41, when this first program was first put in place, there was 41 taxpayers paying in to support the ones that were on the program. There's now only 3. Hello? Okay, so by the way, that doesn't even include any government office, employee pension, or the military, that figure. So would you rather have your savings account holding your retirement backed by government insurance or real gold? Now, some of the solutions that they've kicked around here was to tax the top 1% of the corporations and their foreign entities. And you know what? If they tax them of all their profits and revenues, it will only fund the government for 58 days. And if you tax the top 2%, and they didn't get to keep anything at all, they'd only fund the government for another 20 hours. Get the picture? Karatbars is your lifeboat against the bad decisions that were made regarding the paper money. This is Karatbars here. Gold is a friend of freedom. Now, maybe the real question is, do you really believe that any political body will actually make the hard choices needed? And if they do, will you be feeling happy about them? Or will they do what they usually do? They blame each other, and then they kick the can down the road, and it's a good circus. Okay, now, cash to gold. Why? Because that is what many experts, including Mike Maloney, says there are brief moments in history when the safe haven asset becomes the asset class with the single most potential for appreciation and gains in purchasing power. This is one of those times. Exchange paper money into gold money now, you'll be able to buy a whole lot more stuff later. Stay in paper, you'll buy less stuff in the future. It's that simple. So no matter what currency you have, it doesn't really matter where you're at. Do you believe that this will go as far next year as it did this year? If you don't, what's your plan? We got a great one. So welcome to the solution to the worldwide debt, savings, and currency crisis, Karatbars International. Karatbars is currency-grade gold. There's currency grade, which is 999.9 LBMA stamp, recognized by all banks and governments worldwide as good delivery gold and good for settlement of debt. And it's on the good delivery list. And then there's all other kinds of gold. That's it. That is exactly what we have. It helps to turn that right screen, okay? Now, we have many different security features that are on these cards. They are absolutely stunning and beautiful. We have country cards. You see, we can brand any company, organization, or person with their own gold branded card here. And I'm just going to throw you a couple of examples here. As we can, the certificate of authenticity and the assayer's signature surrounds the gold ingot with hologram as well as other security features in it. We can make theme cards. And they are really attractive. I mean, has anybody ever seen 24 karat gold? It's a good way you can see these, the holograms on it too. Here's our theme card for Christmas. Get some of these and give them as gifts. Maybe start something off, maybe a nephew or a niece, teach them how to save. Okay? Now I'm a common sense knucklehead. I'm just going to go into too much. The Vatican licensed for 100,000 of these cards. So if you're wondering whether it's real gold and whether it is a reliable company, do you think that a financial powerhouse, whether you're Catholic or not, like the Vatican, is going to license 100,000 grams of this if they didn't know it was pure gold and they didn't know that the company was reliable? Now, as I showed you some of these cards, everybody needs to know about Karatbars. Very simple. Even at 1 gram, you start to preserve your buying power, which is the best part. And this is the key. This is the future of spendable gold as the K exchanges. Merchants who accept Karatbars gold as payment of goods and services verify that it's real gold and that in a security card in a transaction-friendly way, as you see these in window shops, and soon the ability to transact online with your mobile phone in the future with the premium merchants. And spendable gold, and yes, you will still pay sales tax. So if you want your computer to do something it couldn't do before, what do you got to do? You got to reprogram it, right? Well, this is a program update for you. All you have to do is decide to take some action and click install, okay? It all comes back to this chart right here. Think right first, think right side. If you're on the left side, an employee, because that's what they teach in school to do, right? They teach you to go get a job. What's happening with that? It doesn't matter how much schooling or education you got. You don't get paid for what you know. You only get paid for what you do with what you know. The left side is always geared on addition thinking, time or money. I work, I eat. I don't work, I don't eat. And so even self-employed, you just basically bought yourself a job, but it is the first step into business ownership, which business tax advantages, at least in the United States, are a huge part of overlapping advantages in life as well as business, and consult your trusted licensed professional about that. Now, this program here is geared for the people who are on the right, business owners who know that having a system and people to work for them creates residual income, or an investor who uses money and a system to create residual income. They have time and money. This side thinks in multiplication. It's like the left side is 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 9. The right side is 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. Which one's going to get you a better result? So here we have the program for the people on the right. You got to think right first, and those that are on the left that have a deep desire to get to the right, you can do it by learning 2 tasks to perform. Okay? And if you're willing to do that and duplicate that, share that message, you'll take it first. Now understand, Karatbars is not a speculative investment. I am not a financial player, advisor, planner, or a tax advisor. This is transaction-friendly weight. It is a very specific asset class, just as an acre of land on Malibu it might be land, but an acre of land in Malibu on the coast is different than an acre of land in Barstow, California. Okay? So we have to understand what the significance is of currency-grade gold. You can find a lot of details on karatbarsintro.com under pricing and facts. Now, here's the big key. Gold preserves buying power. Let's just take today. I live in San Diego. I watched what happened in Mexico. The newspapers today said Friday, 2 days from now, you have 30 days. You knew about this before it was going to be announced. If the newspapers, you knew it Friday, they're going to say you have 30 days to turn in your cash. For the new cash, it's not going to be worth the same. Oh, they're going to smother it in some rhetoric, but basically they're going to pay off debt. All right? When they do that, it's going to make your cash worth less. So really, How much, if you knew that 2 days in advance, how much of your cash right now would you be exchanging into Karatbars gold money if you knew that you weren't going to lose the buying power in the gold money? Simple. You don't need to see greed, some kind of MLM or addition thinking. You just need to see the inevitable. Whatever happens to the paper money happens to everything you have kept in paper money. Very simple. Now, do you want to acquire gold? We just showed you why you should. Do you want to acquire gold? Just basically 4 ways that you can get it. You can inherit it by family or marriage. You know, that's the reality of it. You want to acquire gold, you can extract it. It's a lot of hard work. Okay? Right? How's your back feel looking at that? By the way, is that shiny sand or is that gold? Can you get me my spectacles, honey? Look, if you want to acquire gold, this is the most common way. This is what's been programmed. Every time you turn on TV, it's some broker telling you to buy gold out of your pocket, right? With all the cash you got laying around the house, right? Well, you know what? There are people out there on the internet that pray for you to acquire your identity stuff so that you can that they can use your money. Now, isn't it comforting to know that our company and our system has so many layers of security on it that sometimes we have a few challenges even working in it. That is for your protection, by the way. Now, if you want to acquire gold, you can set up, here's here to see. You can set up a system that duplicates acquiring gold for free from the system, not out of your pocket. That's the difference. So here's the 2 steps you need to do to acquire gold using the dual system from Karatbars International. 2 things. Number 1, enroll a free account. Establish, protect, and secure your account with a Know Your Customers KYC approval of 2 documents, and then purchase a package. It's that simple. You don't need anybody else to do that. Take action, because hesitation places you behind the ones that don't hesitate. Now, number 2, you're going to team up with 2 like-minded business individuals who understand they want to acquire gold for free with a system as opposed to acquire gold out of their pocket that will repeat number 1 and number 2. And everything else you do, if your goal is to acquire gold from the dual system, everything else doesn't matter till you get that done. And the right 2. Okay, now, we have 3 packages that you can participate in. And these packages here pay you a direct commission of 10, 15, and 20%, and $50, $75, and $100 a cycle. The silver package is in the middle, top, the gold package is in the middle, and the VIP package is in the bottom there, okay? Now, this is what happens. In a fuzzy-wuzzy macro perception, you're going to have 2 teams of those 2% you have. One's going to be on the left and one's going to be on the right. And every time 25 units goes on one side and 50 units goes on the other side, you cycle. How much you make on that depends on what package you bought, silver, gold, or VIP. Now, simplicity is everything that's bought in the system has both units and points. So here's what we're going to duplicate. And this is the simplicity of it. You cannot say the right thing to the wrong person. You can't. You cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. All we need to do is find 2. Everybody enrolls 2 in month 1. Here's your strategy. Both acquire a package. Everyone saves 1 gram a month. Just 1. And then when you make cycle income, you take the cash cycle in order to get out your initial package purchase, so you have a return of capital. At this point, you have 0 risk. There is no risk in this at all. You have all of the money back to participate in the system, and then you can exchange some weekly cycle money to acquire gold to accelerate that process. And you can do what you want with your monthly cash. You want to get more gold? Great. Now, the best part about this program is this. When you buy it out of your own pocket, you need to know so many details about gold so that because you're afraid to make the wrong purchase. And who are you going to get it from? In this system, where it acquires a gold for free from the system. You don't need to be a gold or financial expert in regards to price, margin, buy or sell. It's not relevant in duplication. It's only relevant if you're the end user. And guess what? Even if they give you a discount at a retail store, at a wholesale store, it's still retail. When the deal's done, it's done. There's no other bonuses from that. So let's take a look at this. You're a VIP. Let's say you follow this program. Buy a VIP package, and in 1 month you find one VIP on the left and one VIP on the right on your two teams. At the end of the month, you're going to be rewarded 846 euros. Now, this is the breakdown of how it comes to it. You get 2 direct commissions, 2 cycles, and an end-of-month bonus. The capital required was 1,595 euros. That's about, I don't know, like 2,000 bucks. Okay, now, here you go. You're going to get a €100 discount card from your upline sponsor or mentor or senior partner somehow, and they're going to, that's going to bring it down to 1,495 euros. So at the end of month 1, fuzzy wuzzy, in a big scale, you only have an exposure of about 649 euros or $845. Now, let's just duplicate that again. Remember the system, enroll KYC, buy a package. And number 2, team up with 2 like-minded business individuals that will repeat number 1 and number 2. Somewhere between month number 2 and month number 3, you'd have all of the money it took you to participate in the VIP program here, or the dual system program, back in your hands. And at this point, it's pure profit, $100 a cycle forward. What can you do with it? This is how you acquire gold for free. You take those dual system commissions and roll it back into acquiring more gold from the system, not out of your pocket. Do you want to acquire gold for free? Yes or no? If the answer is no, there's really no reason for you to continue to pay attention here on this webcast or tell anybody else. You can just participate and open up a free account and participate in taking it out of your own pocket and have the fluidity and flexibility of transaction-friendly weights in a system, an honest money system. So remember, this is not a guarantee of income or projection. This is merely a simple multiplication chart to show you what is possible in a perfect world situation. We know the world isn't perfect. Okay, now let's take a look at month number 4. If we continue to duplicate this, you'd have an ounce of gold that you've acquired, and then month number 5. You'd have almost 3 ounces. Month number 6, almost 6 ounces. If you carry this forward, and these units never flush, they never go away, at the end of 12 months, you'd have over 4,096 VIPs with the simplicity of doing step number 1 and doing step number 2, finding 2 like-minded individuals that want to move from the employee, self-employed, to the business owner, investor mentality, and use multiplication instead of addition. Okay, now, if you did that, do you understand the significance of that? If you were the only one that rolled your dual system commissions in this, and this played out in a perfect world like this, there would be over 13 kilos of free gold. Are you ever going to come up with that money to buy it out of your pocket? Here's the thing. You got 2, remember I said, if you want your computer to do something it couldn't do before, what do you got to do? Program it. Here's the question I got for you. Which is better? Saving $12 a gram on non-currency grade gold, not the kind of gold that central banks and governments use and are regarded as good for settlement of debt, not the kind of gold that can be universally used around the world in exchange for goods and services with K-exchange merchants. Money you have to take out of your pocket to acquire gold even at some Best Buy just over spot dealer, like the ones that you see on TV. They're all brokers. How do you think they make their money? Or referring to business-minded entrepreneurs who duplicate with a system, generating $100 bills, which acquires gold. Guess what? Either way, you are correct. Which one do you want? Now, let's just take a look at the other factor, which I forgot. All of that only reflected one thing, taking your cycle money only to acquire the gold. Remember, when you bought more Karatbars with cycle money, didn't you leverage again? All those numbers I showed you were off. They did not reflect the multiplication factor when others, as well as you, created more units when you took your cycle money to acquire more gold, which created more units from acquiring more Karatbars with cycle money. It goes like this and feeds itself. And if you understand that, that is a key component there, because the final closer is this. Realize what you have here. Your return is multiplied when you look at what you have. When you get more of what you leverage, right? Now, this doesn't even include the 4,096 grams that would be on autosave, which will produce even more residual income, more cycles, more gold, etc. So which would you rather have? A shelf full of some really great products, something that you love. I mean, I love that. Hey, everybody's got stuff that they love. But which would you rather have? There's nothing wrong with that. A shelf full of that product that loses value or expires at some time, or an asset, a vault of real gold. Remember, duplication. It's not retailing. It's not what you can do. It's what can be done duplicating. You got to think right side, man. You got to think right side first. Here's the beautiful part about this VIP program. If you're going to participate in the VIP program, understand this, not everybody's going to be able to do that right away. If you have the ability to do that, that's great. So for somebody seeing this, hey, I can't get a gold or silver, I can't get a VIP package yet. Get a gold or a silver package now. Here's the reason why. Every time you hesitate, as this thing starts to build, you are missing the units which cycle out to actually pay and reimburse you to exchange back for the return of capital for what it took you to participate in it. So at some point, even if you're silver or gold, you will get a VIP package later in the future. Why? Because once it starts to duplicate, you just be throwing away money anyway. And that's why the company created upgrade packages that you'll be seeing coming out sometime after the first of the year, and that will allow people to participate now and upgrade later, right? So as that system filled out, you'd want to upgrade to a VIP. So as that chart goes there, remember, those people will fill that out. Now, network marketing is simply pure business. That's all it is. It's without all the overhead and employees. It's taught in 20 of the top universities' core curriculum, and I'm not an advocate for credit. I don't think credit should ever be used to buy doodads that aren't paid off on that particular month's bill or before that, okay? Because you're not saving anything. But credit as a tool to make money is how money's leveraged. $2,000 borrowed for 36 months at 28% is $82 a month. I got that off the internet, okay? You can make a plan to pay it off in 3 months by working the plan. If you're not going to work the plan, I wouldn't do it. Now, it costs you $140 in interest to make 4 times the money. So let's just take a peek here. I'm going to have the old program would say, Dan, looks great, but I don't have any money. I said, well, how long the program update would probably say, well, I understand that, but how long you want to make that claim? Do you want to participate in the program? We could make a fortune together. Well, look, I'm too busy trying to get by. Well, you can do this even part-time. I have a job. Well, you know what? You can have time and money both. Isn't that what you really want? Hey, Dan, what good is buying a gram? A gram costs too much. Hey, a gram and finding two with a system can make kilos of free gold. Do you want to acquire gold? Hey, I can't convince anyone. You know what? Everybody could find 2. Blind squirrel could find an acorn. Look at my friend said it won't work. Well, you know what? I think many will find more than 10. They're going to find more than 10 people that want to participate in this. Well, you know what? The government's going to take care of me. Well, you know what? The reverse slide of that is, do you want the government to own you? I don't want the government to own me. Do you? Hey, I'm going to miss my TV shows if I do this. Isn't it great that they created TiVo and DVR? That's like right up there with the invention of air conditioning. It all depends on whether or not what program you put in there and install. Now, let's take a quick peek here. Let's just say you participated in silver right now. It's much easier to find 2 silvers in a week than a month. A week. And if it was a month, let's just take a look at this. If it was in a week, within 4 weeks of duplicating this, you'd have all the money back it took you to participate with your silver package. And from that point forward, it was 100% cash flow positive. And by the 2 more weeks after that of duplicating, you'd have more than a half an ounce of gold. Now, what if it was a gold? What if you bought a gold package? Same principle. 4 weeks or 4 months, it doesn't really matter. When the 4s duplicated out, if it was in 4 weeks, you get all the return of capital back plus some. And within 2 more weeks of duplicating that formula, or 2 more months, you'd have 2 ounces of gold. Are you going to come out of pocket with to buy 2 ounces of gold? Maybe, maybe not. What are you going to do with it if you got it? Here. Remember, what you saw on these slides was just the cycle bonuses alone. The company has 7 income streams to it. We just showed you 1 income stream. Now, the direct commissions and override bonuses, the gold and other product purchases, anything else, Karatbar's Pool, Karatbar's Gold Fund, the other generational bonuses and incentive rewards are not even included in the money you're going to make. The flip side to that, on top of that, this is all the different ways you can make money with Karatbars. You can make money with K-exchanges. How about the team acquiring more than $1 gram a month? How about World Warm licenses or branding cards or repeat orders? How about nonprofits, organized fundraisers, company employment, company enrollments offering a savings program, individuals, trusts, and other entities, additional gold products other than gold. Remember, anything that can go out and pay for money could be bought in gold money in our system. We're the only one in the world created this system here now. Guess what? You could even have your trusted licensed professional look into how to move retirement money into a Karatbars account. Now, sounds good, Dan, but how do you put it into play? Download this chart. This chart right here, you can find on karatbarsintro.com under the affiliate plan underneath downloads. This is a 30-day plan to show 3 people a day, or actually ask 3 people a day to take a look. Just ask. Here's the key. You're going to ask 100 people over 30 days. Only 80 people are going to listen, which means you're successful if 20 people didn't even listen to you. Out of the 80 that listen, they had an interest or whatever, only 40 are going to make it to this webcast. You know that's a sifting tool to find out if they're easy to work with? Out of the 40 that see it, 20 will enroll. 20 will enroll and they'll participate in some part of the program, I don't know, and then 10 will probably buy a package. And out of the 10 that buy a package, 6 are going to duplicate what they're seeing right here with a system and understand the principle that you cannot say the right thing to the wrong person. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. Do this. Ask 100. You will have success. And as faster you fill out that chart, the chart doesn't lie. Okay? Now, what's one method you could use in order to sift out, to ask? Here's one. Don't send out piles of emails. You know what? Well, you can do what you want. I found that not to be too effective any day nowadays, because you know how many emails get sent out? Well, I'm looking through my emails, 20 more piled up, which have irrelevance. So if they don't ask somebody by the phone or hold up a card in a conversation directly and don't say a word, they're going to ask, what is it? You might say, good point. Bill, you an opportunist? You like real physical gold? Even better if I knew how to get it for free. I found a legitimate business plan to leverage a very low 4 figures and turn it into a 6-figure residual income in less than a year and take it back out in currency-grade gold. Or you can take it out in cash weekly. It's a VIP Masters program. By the way, Bill, return of capital can be as fast as 60 days. Then you don't have any risk. It's pure profit after that, and you know, you can allow 2 others to see this if you like what you learn. Can you give me your objective business opinion on it? Great. Listen, do you have the flexibility in your schedule to be online and see a short webcast? The next one is on Friday at noon Pacific or 3 p.m. Eastern. Can you think of 2 people that keep their options open? Great. I'll tell you what. You can be there. I'll call you 15, 20 minutes early than that. Make sure that the computer's booted up, and we'll look to see if we're looking along the same lines or not. Sound good to you? Now, here's the key. Don't explain anything. The ones that are interested will show up. That chart, the ones that listen, how many will see, that is your determining factor if they're easy to work with. It's so nice to work with easy people. People that follow and duplicate, okay? Don't explain it, show it. Now, here's the clincher. This is the proposed 2013 proposed future of currency-grade gold. What we have. It's going to prop up everything, folks. You have the best asset classes with the best company that's offering you a unique category creating opportunity for global residual income attainable in gold bullion than anybody on the planet that's offering this, and we don't advertise. So the only way they're going to find out about it is if you let them know they have a chance to take a look. Okay? This is where we're at with perfect timing. We built the structure, 3 launching pads. The company's debt-free, never has any debt. We're regulated by strict German laws, so, and there's more than enough information. We're recommended by Bundesspar, an independent consumer watchdog organization in Europe. There's more than enough accreditations to the company to know that what we have is real, it's safe, it's secure, and it's probably the best opportunity you can possibly find out of there to cure all the things that are going on today in the world. We're here. We're past the pioneer stage. We're on our advancement up. We're expanding into worldwide companies. You have the opportunity to participate in that. And here's a wise quote from a wise man. Your net worth to the world is usually determined by what remains after your bad habits are subtracted from your good ones. Don't let a procrastination and negative ninnies keep you from attaining and achieving your dreams and goals, whether it's to make enough money to buy a washer and dryer, enough money to buy a washer and dryer on a yacht. Take full advantage of your opinion and stick to it, okay? Either way, we hope that you have a wonderful, happy holiday. Merry Christmas. Remember the reasons for the seasons, and may God bless you all and keep you safe.